the series so far?
Okay, so I really like the going old school. I really like the very first Planet of the Apes, the 1960s with Charlton Heston.
Okay.
Brilliant film, brilliant movie.
Right.
The second one is probably one of the worst sequels ever made of anything.
Okay.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes. There's a cool. The one cool idea of that movie is civilization worshiping the nuclear bomb.
Right.
That's cool. The rest of that movie is trash. It is really bad. I like Escape from Planet of the Apes. It's not a very good movie. I like it though. That's the time travel one.
Yeah.
And Battle and Conquest of the Planet of the Apes are also fun films, but they're not great. They're not. None of them are as good as the original Planet of the Apes. So with the reboot trilogy, I'm totally glossing over the Tim Burton one because that was
a fantastic one, right?
That one's so bad, so bad. Can you buy Mark Wahlberg in NASA?
I can buy him about as much as I can buy him as a science teacher.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Don't you care about the bees?
I don't know. You should care about the bees. You should also care about talking apes. Say hello to your mother for me. But I wasn't too excited for Rise of the Planet of the Apes because I was like, reboots, whatever.
Right.
We know where this is gonna go. They take over the world. But I eventually saw it on home video, and I was like, holy shit, that's really good. That was a really good movie. Did not expect that.
Yeah.
That's really good. Really emotional. You really connect with Caesar in that film. CG is really good. I was like, I think I like Planet of the Apes again. And then I saw Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I was like, holy shit, this is like the Empire Strikes Back of monkey movies.
Yeah.
And it's really good, and a lot of what I consider about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes that's brilliant is Koba, played by Toby Kebbell.
Yep.
Who I think steals that movie from Caesar as a performance.
He's really good.
I thought he was amazing. And that character's terrifying.
Yeah.
He's got just a few small scenes in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but he becomes a major character in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And he is phenomenal. I think Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is almost like a perfect film. Love the hell out of that film. And then this film, War of the Planet of the Apes, as a trilogy, I think I could probably say this is probably the most consistent trilogy. It's a coherent story arc for one character, Caesar, and it feels like a complete film trilogy. Like it could end. There isn't like this one's the weak one or that's the weak one. Like no, they're all great.
Okay.
All three of these films are great.
Right.
And if you like one above another, understandable. Like, I could see people liking Rise the most. I could see people liking this the most. I personally like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes the most. But I think this is really, really good. So I'm not going to get into too much spoilers because I think some of the trailers kind of revealed what happens and what's the motivation behind Caesar in this film. I advise don't look up any trailers or clips. Just kind of
go cold.
Go cold. Really? Because this movie is very cold and bleak and miserable. It's not as bleak and miserable as I say Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is, but the film takes place a few, I would say maybe a few years after. I think they might have even said 2 years after what happened in Dawn.
Okay.
So after the spoilers for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Koba starts a war with humanity. So a bunch of soldiers show up to pretty much exterminate what's left of Caesar and his people, or his apes.
Right.
So, whatchamacallit, it opens up with a huge fight between the apes and this battalion. And they're all being led by this guy that's just referred to as the Colonel, who's played by Woody Harrelson. Right. And Woody Harrelson is a super scary skinhead in this movie. Woody Harrelson's goal is he wants to assassinate Caesar, because if you take out the leader, if you chop off its head, it's dead. So
the body will die.
Yeah. So whatchamacallit, he's gunning for Caesar. Caesar is like, I want peace. You stay on your side, I'll stay on mine. Whatever. Let's leave each other alone. And through the events of the film, things go bad. But little aspects, if you've seen just the first trailer or whatever, clearly Woody Harrelson's the enemy, and Caesar and a band of his closest allies go off to fight him. And along the way, they pick up a little girl, a little human girl, and it's interesting to see the them caring for a human girl while they're also at war with humanity. It's very weird. And I will say this. I don't ever say this because I'm not a person who gets moved by shit like this.
Right.
John, you're a sucker for cute kids in movies. Like, oh, that kid sure is funny.
Sure, yeah.
I don't. I'm like, whatever, stupid kid, whatever. But this.
Well, I don't like. Put it this way. I don't really like kid actors.
Yeah.
Because they always make the kid actors act like adults, not like kids.
Yeah.
But if there's a small part and they act like a kid, I think that's cool. Yeah.
So so if you're a nerd, you get this reference, but the character's name is Nova, is the girl that they take care of.
Wow, like the Marvel character.
Yes, just like Frankie. What's her name?
Frankie Ray.
Frankie Ray. But the girl who plays Nova, freaking adorable in this movie. And I'm not a guy who's like, oh, there's like sequence because she really pals around with Maurice the orangutan.
Okay.
And they sign to each other, and there's just sequences where he's communicating with her and she's doing the same. I was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, that warms my heart a little bit.
Nova is played by Amia Miller.
I don't know. She's like 12.
Okay.
But she's really, really good in this film, and not to get into too much about her character or how she plays in this film, and she plays a major part. And there is I need you to watch this movie so I can talk about something they do that is so brilliant in writing. Like literally, me and other co-host who's not here right now, we saw the movie together, and I pointed out something. I was like, holy shit, that ties to this, and this ties to that, and that's why this film comes to this conclusion. And he's like, holy shit, I didn't even put that together. I was like, that's how good the script is for this, because they really did. This little stupid thing happens in this film, and it ends up being this major play in the movie.
That is good writing when they do stuff like
that.
It is.
And it's one of those things, like, it works on so many levels.
Right.
So good. But yeah, she's great in the film. And yeah, it's really, and once again, the CG in this film is actually better than what the CG was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which was better than what was the CG in Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
So they've gotten better.
The CG is just getting stronger and stronger. And this film, what's really cool is if you see in the trailer, you see there's gorillas loading machine guns to kill Caesar.
Yeah, which intrigued me very much.
So, mild spoiler, the apes that are helping the humans,
yes,
they're referred to as donkeys
in
the film, because they're the ones who sided with Koba, if you saw Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So
why are they called donkeys?
Because they're the slaves of the... They reference the fact... It's pop culture, Donkey Kongs.
Oh,
yeah, the donkeys.
Okay, gotcha.
So whatchamacallit, so if you sided with Koba, and Caesar killed Koba and took over again, and you're like, shit, I really, really didn't want you to come back, Caesar. Well, you're gonna have me killed, probably. I'm gonna go switch this side, and I'd rather, the line, I'd rather serve in hell than reign, or I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
Right.
It's that kind of mentality.
Okay, right.
And, dude, what's really great is, what I love about Marvel's Captain America Civil War is every character has something to do, everyone has a plot, everyone has a story arc. They do the same thing in this movie, where characters have story arcs. Caesar has a story arc. The fact that they don't... we talked about Spider-Man 2 and some problems with it. One of my problems with Spider-Man 2 too is the fact that the end of Spider-Man 1 ends with Mary Jane going, "Oh, Peter, you're Spider-Man." And then what do they do in the second one? She goes, "I'm going to pretend I don't know you're Spider-Man." Until later when I go, "Oh, that's right, you're Spider-Man. I forgot." Like, wait, did you guys not see the first movie? She knew at the end of that movie. You guys just lazy writers. In this film, they don't go like, well, it's a sure good thing that nobody betrayed us like Koba, or like, no, they reference the fact that Koba betrayed us and we're fucked because of this guy.
Right.
So it's constantly in the guilt, and Koba was Caesar's best friend, and he lost his best friend, and now he's starting to feel maybe Koba was right. Maybe humanity should be killed. because this Colonel guy, Woody Harrelson, is pretty fucking evil.
Right.
But he's also evil in a sense where you understand why he's evil. Like you don't go, I'm not. It's not like the Vulture where I'm like, I'm kind of on this dude's side. Like, no, you are a horrible human being, but I understand why you're a horrible human being, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Action sequences are great. Yeah, the CG's phenomenal. This film is very different from what you think it is.
Okay.
Which is either gonna piss people off, or you're gonna be okay with it.
Huh.
Because I feel like I kind of need to spoil something, so maybe to lower people's expectations.
Right.
Have you seen the posters for this movie?
I think so. The only posters I've seen are like the apes and the girls on the back of the horse.
Yeah, and there's like an army of apes.
Yeah.
And they all got fucking guns and spears, and they're
Yeah.
looking at the army of humans.
Yep.
That doesn't happen in this movie.
What do you mean it doesn't happen in this movie?
No, it doesn't happen in this movie.
Okay.
You don't see a giant like there's battles between like the apes and the humans.
Right.
But you don't get the Lord of the Rings, the orcs versus the elves shit.
Okay, like the
so you
giant
don't get
epic
two
battles
sides.
and-
Yeah,
Right.
you don't see them ride into combat. Like other stuff happens. So and
Right.
honestly, it makes sense. So I think this is probably the best ending of a trilogy. I think they do a really fantastic job. There's a convenient thing that happens at the end. You could tweet at me and I'll talk to you about it. But
Okay.
it is very like, that sure is convenient, guys. You don't really, honestly, you don't even really need to do that. And character arcs, man, the character arcs, the characters' comeuppances, things come around, like, oh, makes sense. It's really, really good. Just really freaking good. Can't stress that enough. So any questions?
Yeah. So, are we saying that this is a perfect ending for the City Trilogy? I mean, is it?
I think personally in my mind, the best third film is The Last Crusade. Love the fuck out of Last Crusade.
Okay.
This is probably number 2 to that. Like,
Really?
It's really good. It's really good.
But like, so this could be the end of the series, and you'd be okay.
You
with
could
it, right?
never do another Planet of the Apes film ever again.
Really?
Which is not going to happen. This movie's probably going to make a lot of money. They're going to keep making them.
Man. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you would recommend go see this now? Rush out and see it right now.
Yeah.
See it now?
I'll also recommend that, unlike Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is it's a good time, yippee time. This is more like Logan. This is more like, wow, this movie's miserable, and I'm miserable watching this. Miserable. It's really good.
But miserable in a good way.
Yeah, it's good because that's the point. It's like watching Children of Men. Like, Children of Men's a great movie, but man, it does not make you feel happy about humanity.
That is true. Yeah.
Also, performance-wise, I want to shout out Steve Zahn.
Right.
Plays a character named Bad Ape.
All right.
I like that guy. He's really good in this movie. There's scenes with him that are just so good, and there's a clip actually that I should probably show you sometime later after this. That I think is it's something I'm gonna quote this forever now because it's so Steve Zahn's so funny in the film.
All right.
He's literally the only him and Nova are probably like the kind of like the little sprinkles of light in the film. They're like, oh, okay, this scene's getting a little too tense. We'll sprinkle a little bit of humor.
A little bit of
okay.
Bad Ape comes in.
Yeah, a little bit Bad Ape comes in, and you're like, all right, cool.
All right. Well, there you go. So see Spider-Man on a matinee, or wait for it to come to streaming.
Yeah.
But definitely see Planet of the Apes. Or sorry, War of the Planet Apes.
War of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
Now, go see it right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I walked away with 2 posters. One to give to you.
Yes. I'm gonna put it right next to my Harley Quinn poster.
Because you love Suicide Squad.
Yes,
so much.
I love Suicide Squad. Or
not
I just
because
love,
of Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So. Only in that makeup too.
I know, isn't that weird? Isn't that
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Clown fetish.
I don't like the tattoos on her, but I like the makeup on her.
I don't get tattoos. I do think they're stupid tattoos.
Yeah.
If they're a cool tattoo, that'd be fine, but they're stupid. Like, I drew it on myself with a
Didn't
pen.
she have one that says on her stomach says, "Aren't you lucky?" or some shit?
Yeah, aren't you lucky?
Yeah, so, alright.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio was lucky.
Yes.
Rumor has it Will Smith was too.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of rumors that.
Ooh.
There's they've done 2 movies together.
Well, there's also rumors that Will Smith and Jay, they have an open relationship. So.
That's true too. I believe that.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
give their open relationship 3 stars. No, War of the Planet of the Apes. Probably one of my favorite films this year. Honestly, I like it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think it's better than. I think I like it more than Logan.
Will Woody Harrelson go down as a classic villain?
No.
No.
He's not. He doesn't come nearly as compelling as Koba.
Oh, really?
He doesn't. Sorry.
Okay, well.
And Koba isn't as.
So he's beneath an ape. That's great.
Yeah.
That's just great.
Not better than an Ape.
Alright.
Oh man, his final scene is fucking great though. It's so good. You're like, oh yeah, yes you did, you asshole. So.
Alright. So what did you guys think of? Do you think we're crazy? Do you think Spider-Man: Homecoming was super amazing? You guys are stupid, really stupid. Something is really wrong with you guys.
They
Spider-Man is
captured
amazing.
the Spider-Man I always wanted to see on film.
Yeah, exactly. So.
The Spider-Man where he has an Iron Man suit, like he had when he was in the '60s when he first came out. No, he didn't have that.
I can't wait to do the clones. That'll
Yeah.
be fantastic.
I want to punch him.
How did you feel about War of the Planet of the Apes too? Is David wrong? Was Harrelson at least better than Ape?
No, it's not.
You can follow us on Twitter. I'm Blackie Pueblo.
And I am an exploited geek.
And you can also follow us on Twitter with Studio Alley Cast. Or our Story Mechanics.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on Facebook, which is Studio Alley Cast.
Story Mechanics.
Story Mechanics
Podcast. But the best way to contact us is right here on the YouTube. Just comment right
That's
below
right.
us and like and subscribe.
Subscribe. Yes, like and subscribe. Share us. We're cheap whores.
Any other movies you want us to talk about, whether it be old or new? I want to check out The Big Sick. I keep hearing good things about that.
The Big Sick? Yeah, it sounds pretty good actually. Yeah. And hey, movie theaters. We're cheap, so if you want us to promote you, send us some free tickets, bro. Yeah. Come on, we're.
Oh yeah.
I'm all for it. So plus it'll help out people.
I'll be like, this battle or War of the Planet of the Apes sure was amazing, but you know what's even better? The cost of concessions here at this movie theater.
Enter name here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. See.
All right then, everybody. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time on another fun episode of Studio Alley.
Yes.
We hope you went ape over it.
Oh, there is poop thrown.
There's poop thrown now for me telling that joke. That's for sure.
Yeah,
so.
it should be.
All right, see ya.
Peace.